G'day everybody, how's it going? Today I'm going to be doing a kinda unfair comparison between the Moyu GTS3m and the MF3RS2. So my original plan was to do an unboxing, but my parcel didn't arrive, and since it has been about 2 weeks since I last uploaded, I thought that I'd better come up with something. So let's get right into it. Today I'll compare the two cubes based on performance, so like corner cutting and stuff like that, their size, the price, my personal preference, and finally whether or not I would recommend them. The performance of both of these cubes is great, with corner cutting on both cubes being over 45 and reverse cuts being just under line to line. Both cubes are very controllable, but the GTS3 has more effortless turning, whereas the MF3 requires more effort. So now I'll show you the best solve on each cube and talk about whether or not I recommend them. My average on the GTS3 was 19.52, which is about what I normally get, but I got a 22.75 on the MF3RS2, which is quite a bad average for me. This is the best solve that I did on the GTS3. Next up, I'll talk about the size and weight. The GTS3 is a 56mm cube and weighs 92 grams. The MF3RS2 is also a 56mm cube, but because it doesn't have ridges, it feels slightly smaller. It is also quite a bit lighter, weighing in at 80.9 grams due to the lack of magnets. The price of both these cubes is pretty reasonable, with the GTS3 costing 52 New Zealand dollars and the MF3 10 New Zealand dollars. I feel like the price of both these cubes is not that bad, and you are certainly getting what you pay for, because the GTS3 feels more premium than the MF3, which feels quite budget, but still has good performance. The price of both these cubes is pretty reasonable, with the GTS3 costing 52 New Zealand dollars and the MF3 costing 10 New Zealand dollars. I feel like the price of both these cubes is not that bad, and you're certainly getting what you pay for, because the GTS3 feels more premium and the MF3 feels quite budget, but still has good performance. Personally, I prefer the GTS3 for normal solves, because it fits my turning style very well. However, I use the MF3RS2 for OH because I find the ridges of the GTS3 get in the way too much. So overall, if you have enough money, then the GTS3 is a great cube that is very easy to customise. However, if you're on a bit of a budget, then the MF3 is still a good cube, with lots of people getting really good averages on it. There is also the MF3RS3, but I haven't tried it, so I'll stick to recommending the MF3RS2. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. Cheers guys, and I'll see you next time.